Dragon Dreams, Book 2, Gaining Ground, written by Gina Virginia Casella. Story, Friday, December 31st, 2021. A Conversation with God. In my dreams, I exist as a young girl, isolated and apathetic, yet burdened by a deep sense of sorrow due to the absence of a maternal figure or a guiding mentor. I remain perpetually 7 years old, yearning for guidance that is seemingly unavailable to me, leaving me with a profound sense of disconnection and solitude. I experience a sense of not fitting in and struggle to find my place. Numerous thoughts deeply resonate with me, and I feel distressed by the notion that females have been granted the authority to harm me. I feel vulnerable and defenseless, like a sitting duck. As I drift off to sleep, tears stream down my face while I'm alone in the forest. Although I am physically outdoors, it feels as if I am confined within walls, and perhaps the tree and land have absorbed my essence, making it my true home. God has revealed to me in my dreams that every individual is given the gift of free will, allowing them to make choices, even if it means causing harm to others intentionally. While God acknowledges this freedom, it does not mean that he approves of such actions. I am intrigued by God's straightforwardness and value it greatly. It seems as though our spiritual essence is protected by certain rights, symbolized by each chakra. For instance, the right to love and be loved is represented by the heart chakra. Currently, my throat chakra requires significant rebalancing and purification in this phase of my life. It is crucial for me to pay attention to the voice from within my heart more than ever before. As my heart's voice grows stronger, my throat chakra and communication will also improve. My main focus at the moment is on internal communication among my mind, body, and spirit. Once I achieve better health, my voice will become more powerful, leading to enhanced communication with my family, friends, and community. When women express themselves to God and make requests, God is acknowledging their right to exercise their freedom of speech and freedom of choice. At any given time and place, each individual has the complete autonomy to decide whether or not to pull the trigger. God's role is to provide us with the gun, the bullets, and the free will, and then step back as we make our choice. However, in my strong opinion, before we make that choice, God should be offering us much more guidance and support so that when we can unquestionably make the right decision in those critical moments. Even if we make a poor choice, we are still accountable. So it is rather peculiar to view this as finding grace within disgrace, as it would be disgraceful if God treated us like mindless AI robots. It is our free will that distinguishes us and makes us sacred. The freedom to choose is a gift from God. It is a blessing in times of trouble, as we have the ability to make decisions that align with our moral values. While acknowledging this, it is evident that humanity, including spiritual beings like myself, still lack proper guidance and clarity. We are in need of direction and nurturing. I express my concerns to God regarding Toby, the tree of life. God appears intrigued that I'm concerned about Toby's well-being. I admit to God that I am not fully understanding the situation, but it is clear that Toby is in distress, as he is hysterical and lacks self-regulation, despite being expected to assist me with self-regulation and understanding. Toby seems to be struggling in this regard. God chuckles, as it appears that my memory surpasses his expectations. I inform the Almighty that I assumed he was already aware of all my thoughts, to which he confirms and adds that he enjoys engaging in a game where he temporarily suspends his telepathic abilities. His game serves as a test, allowing him to discern whether our words stem from the depth of our hearts, reflecting our true and unaltered selves, devoid of any influence, even his own. God is touched that I worry about the tree of life named Toby. It is the only tree of life, so I will just say Toby from now on. I tell God, it's like he's a happy drunk that's had one too many and seems a bit sloppy. I also struggle with Toby's image because it's not the image or personality I anticipated of someone representing the tree of life and all the sovereignty and feminine themes that go with Mother Earth. According to God, this method serves as a remarkable means to depict the contamination of our planet. It is a metaphor akin to Toby being adversely affected by the excessive amount of fertilizers resulting in a deficiency of essential nutrients. God informed me that he desires for me to cultivate numerous trees and plants, and I am capable of doing so with the financial resources available on Earth. God emphasizes that this act symbolizes the biological essence of our natural world and reflects the correct condition of planet Earth. God clarifies I will not be planting trees, etc. The clients I help through hypnosis and folks who read about Toby in books will. I don't have to feel overwhelmed about my tasks, as there are few. It's just the few tasks I do have are big ones. When it comes to politics, science, engineering, physical labor, all of that will be done by clients I help and those connected to me through these dreams. It is the strength of the clients and their roles making change. My role is to help them recalibrate their strength through hypnosis. I'm going to help lots of people identify and smash false inhibiting beliefs so they can live the lives they want to live, which is taking care of this planet. So I'm to focus on the folks, not all the tasks at hand, for the folks are my designated tasks at hand. God reassures me ideal clients are seeking me out. Even though I'm not well in my waking life, I need to let folks know I'm out there. And God encourages me to play businesswoman by creating a website and moving forward with business plans. He says this is good for my cognitive, and there's no pressure since I'm on leave and I'm financially supported. God wants me to write in my journal all the time. My dream journal becomes a /business booklet and day plan. I even note upcoming things to remember and groceries to buy. I have serious brain fog and fatigue, so God reassures me to keep focus on not having a focus. Just ease into dreams and running my own business, as doing so is part of the dream. This is all the beginning of blending my waking life with my dream life. It's already blended. I'm just awakening to such connections while also establishing such connections. I keep striving to return to work, yet the intensifying pressure on my chest, just thinking about it, brings me to tears. Work was my life. I loved my life. My life wasn't loving me anymore, not enough. And I can be rest assured that there's lots of life out there that loves and adores me. It's okay. God knows I'm sad, and it's okay to be sad, but it's not okay for our emotions to rule us. I'm healing at a slow rate. And the good news is, this healing opportunity is going to refocus my life. I am informed by God that the tree is a profound metaphor and primordial symbol. The branches undergo a transformation into roots, and roots undergo a transformation into branches. I recall half of what God explains, feeling frustrated by the presence of paradoxes and concepts of duality, yet understanding that it all ultimately represents unity, connectedness, shared, roads, alchemy, and conscious evolution, all in the name of our divine collective ascension. God explains to me that this is a unique period where Toby possesses both roots and branches above and below him. It is symbolic, signifying that all paths lead to the divine, allowing us to establish connections and let go as needed. Similar to the paths we cross, the tree of life resembles a rainbow bridge, and we must continue walking as it adapts and twists accordingly. There is no need for concern regarding the direction of our journey, whether it be upwards or downwards, branches or roots, as it is all interconnected, one and the same. It is worth noting that Toby's manifestation as the tree of life itself is an illusion, just as this planet Earth, myself, and even the divine entities are illusions. Consider the perspective of being the source energy, God, and creating various personalities where every part of your body functions independently, each with its own voice. I am merely one of those voices. God has enlightened me about the fact that life on this planet is not merely a guarantee, but rather a sacred manifestation of the divine geometry. We, as beings, embody this sacredness and are inherently absolute because we are connected to the energy of God. Love is at the core of our existence, and it empowers us unconditionally. This guarantee does not grant us the freedom to act recklessly and cause chaos, but rather it ensures that we have the opportunity to experience love, be loved, evolve, and progress in our lives. Through our own free will, we have the ability to transform and transmute our experiences. Toby, the foremost advocate for saving planet Earth, exhibits a profound level of hysteria as his coping mechanism. His laughter, which may seem lighthearted, actually reflects the same emotional release I experienced when I burst into laughter. I find myself laughing frequently, often as a result of crying out emotionally. Recognizing that Toby represents an elevated version of myself, I realize the need to alter this reflection. Living with hysteria signifies succumbing to the detrimental effects of mental illness, whether it be social, emotional, or financial. Our surroundings greatly influence us, and Toby has established a profound connection with me to biohack his own life. The toxic state of planet Earth specifically mirrors Toby's hysteria as it impacts his mental and physical well-being. Nevertheless, Toby is transcending this state by utilizing biohacking techniques and healing through the land and myself. As I allow this healing process to occur, I too experience healing, creating a ripple effect that extends to my ancestors. The more I heal, the more my lineage benefits from this transformative ripple effect. Their high-quality items within amplified more and more as they heal. God has revealed to me that I had a close connection with Toby and Polaris in the past. which is why they are now collaborating with me. According to God, Toby and Polaris represent a more advanced version of myself. Specifically, God mentioned that Polaris and all the other higher selves exist in spirit form, and I can view them as an extension of my spirit. I am to connect with them at any time, similar to making a phone call, as long as I keep them in my thoughts. This connection is facilitated through a metaphorical great Bluetooth that spans across dimensions. And despite this, I remain the primary focus as the physical, 3D, biological being. God finds amusement in my reaction to Toby and Polaris's swearing. It's as if God is reminding me that I used to engage in such banter with them as well, and that this is simply our way of communicating. God clarifies that even though I am portrayed as a 7-year-old girl in my dream, I am not actually a 7-year-old Homo sapien sapien, and therefore I should not perceive myself as such when I am alone in the darkness, as this is merely an illusion, a playground in the dream world to work within. God invites me to view Toby and Polaris as my brothers. According to God, if they engage in swearing or other behaviors, it should be seen as a positive sign. I should not feel intimidated by their swearing, as it is how they interact with their own folks. Since we are all part of God, this recognition from Toby and Polaris is a significant compliment. Additionally, God informs me that Toby and Polaris swear frequently and even use God's name in vain. Swearing is considered a cultural aspect for them, as is their attitude. Therefore, I should not take their words or energy seriously or personally when they swear or act rudely. Toby in particular enjoys being dramatic, which contributes to his humor. It is important to remember that this is a coping mechanism for him, and like me, he laughs because it is awkward, not because it is funny. The more I learn about Toby, Polaris, Amanda, and the others, the more I discover about myself. God advises me to use swearing in a dramatic manner to emphasize points, but not to offend or hurt others. Swearing, when used appropriately, is supported by God, so it is acceptable to swear passionately when the situation calls for it. Swearing is associated with class, wit, and charm, but it must be done correctly. I recently discovered that God enjoys swearing when it is used appropriately. Swearing, like loaded guns, can be potentially dangerous, so it is important to know how to use it responsibly. God does not approve of children swearing because they often do not understand how to do it properly. However, if training is provided, God will support them. Even many adults struggle with swearing. However, being around individuals like Polaris and Toby, who know how to wield this power, can be a valuable learning experience for me. Although I am still unraveling the details, as a seer, I channel information, and I am beginning to comprehend the significance of words even more. What is truly fascinating is the power of words lies within their tone and intention. This is why swearing, when used effectively, can hold such influence. It is not just about the words themselves, but how they are employed. Words are simply another expression of musical tones. I think back to many amazing guitar solos where it seems like the guitar is doing the talking. And God tells me it's exactly like this. All words, tones, colors, shapes, etc., everything has an energy about them, which we designate meaning. That meaning is projected out and reflected back to us. Change the projection's vibration and change the meaning. I become emotional because I am indifferent to using profanity. It seems as though I struggle to communicate effectively due to being a 7-year-old girl and limited vocabulary and language skills to express myself and comprehend anything. It is challenging because in my waking life, I'm also an adult and I become overwhelmed and emotional because it feels like I am transported back in time and re-imaged despite receiving ample academic support in the eyes of others. The fact that the other females do not like me makes me feel like I'm falling apart. I need assistance in my waking life, not just in my dreams, as this is where it all begins. Dreams serve as a form of subconscious communication, and if I continue to engage in this subconscious communication, I will transition into my conscious mind, allowing me to collaborate with my guides to materialize my dreams, significantly bringing my support system into reality. This is now how I navigate through my life, through my dreams.